So the Fortnite X Pirates of the Caribbean update has been out for a little while now, and today, guys, I wanted to give my thoughts on it, and as always, after I'm done talking, I would love to know what you think about it down below afterwards. We're going to get into it in just a second. Before we do that, I do want to say, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's talk about this new update. So, guys, first off, I love the new POIs. I love the new biome. You know what? It's funny to me is I was playing with the boys on Tuesday, and I was taking a look on Twitter, and I didn't know that it's been so long since we got a mid-season update with a brand new POI, and it's not even that grand of a POI, but regardless, I'm very, very happy to see it. If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't been following the channel for a long time, I have been a big Pirates fan for a long time. I like the movies from what I've seen. I haven't seen all of them. I just like the style of pirates. I just think they're cool, man. I like pirate ships. I like the water. I was low-key hoping back in Chapter 2, Season 3 that we would have a little bit of a pirate theme. That's why one of the reasons why I was so hyped, and I ended up loving Chapter 1, Season 8 because it had a little bit of a pirate theme to it. Pirate cannons are fun. Loved everything to do with pirates, and I guess I'll start with the battle pass because the cosmetics are incredible in my opinion. I'm a little bit shocked that they ended up bringing Johnny Depp in, but hey, I'm totally here for that. I'm just, again, usually Fortnite kind of separates themselves from controversy a little bit, but that's totally okay in my books. I like Johnny Depp as a skin. Like, what else would they do? Just bring back some more Fortnite skins, or would they have just some other characters from the movies and just leave Johnny Depp out? It makes sense as to why they ended up bringing him. And again, I'm not complaining about it. Just a little bit shocked, to be honest with you. The battle pass is awesome, and I gotta say, guys, like, even when you're on that battle pass screen, you can tell there's been a lot of care and love into these things, right? The screen's there, you have the cool pirates music, and I even like the little design. Like, if you were to go to the screen, you could see like water taking a little bit, like each little step of the, what do you call it, the progress in the, I don't know, there's just the little things that I find really cool. The back bling in the pass might be one of my main back blings. I think it's super cool. The skins are awesome. I love everything that they brought over here, but it's not just that, right? What matters most? It's the gameplay. How is the new gameplay? Of course, we have the return of the flintlock pistol, and initially, I was very upset about this because I heard that the flintlock was getting changed and there's going to be no more fall damage, and I was like, oh, come on, man. Like, don't get me wrong, the flintlock is amazing to use, but I can't knock even enemies off anymore and do fall damage to them. Some of the most fun I've ever had in Fortnite were back in the day in Season 8, and every season where they've ended up bringing it back was killing my teammates with the flintlock pistol. That was one of the most fun things to do. That was, again, you want to talk about bringing back the magic of Fortnite, it's something like this that you need in the game. So I was incredibly disappointed, but then I was incredibly surprised and happy to see that you could still die to fall damage with the flintlock pistol. It's just you, and that's a very interesting change. I actually don't like that change for the flintlock. You know what? At the end of the day, though, I don't care. I can kill enemies. I can kill teammates with the flintlock. It doesn't affect me. But I also liked that risk of the flintlock pistol, right? You had to just time it perfectly for when you were jumping off of something and hit the ground. You had to make sure if you were rotating with the flintlock pistol, you'd have to make sure that you're not going off a cliff or anything, or else you'd take fall damage. It's a welcome change. I don't mind the change, but if I was in charge, I would not have that change. But also, to look at it from another perspective, it's Epic Games playing around with a gun and not ruining the gun like they've done a lot throughout Chapter 5. They just added a little bit of a gimmick, and I've been sitting here saying that I love guns with gimmicks. I kind of got what I wanted, so I'm not sitting here complaining about that. I'm just totally happy. If you guys happen to catch the stream on Tuesday, the first thing that Jojo, Josiah, and I did once we found the flintlock pistol was, hey, all right, Clen, build a ramp. And then we ended up laughing because it was an awesome thing that we found out that you can still die to fall damage with the flintlock pistol. So that was very important to me. I would have been very disappointed if no matter what, like, nobody took fall damage with the flintlock pistol. Then you're stuck just with like a fun pistol, good with a shotgun, does 80 damage, but it would take away the fun part of it. So the anti-gravity thing's interesting. You can play around with it with the nitro, like the big nitro rings on the map. Changed up the gameplay. I like it, but that's not the only thing, right? You have the return of the pirate cannons, and the pirate cannons are always a welcome addition, in my opinion. I've always said that it'd be cool if they had like the OG Chapter 1 island water on the side of the map so I can shoot my teammates off and then get some eliminations there, even if you happen to be able to do it with an enemy. But honestly, though, these things need buffs because they're only used for rotation, and I think it'd be really cool, especially if you have a pirate update. I think it'd be really cool if the cannonballs actually were useful, but they're not useful. They still feel clunky like they did in Chapter 1. It's like one of the few things that haven't been updated at all. It's like bringing back shopping carts and not updating them, right? It would just be wonky, weird, wouldn't fit with the map. There's going to be bugs with it, but even when you like roll around with this thing, it's just weird to roll around in. And I feel like I'm the only one ever who rolls around with the pirate cannons because I'm just weird. I like using new things. I'll have my inventory full of stuff that could be useless, but it fits the season theme. I'm just particularly weird like that, but I've never seen anybody else rolling around with a pirate cannon trying to hit people with the cannons. I haven't seen any of that. So I would like to see an update to the pirate cannons next time they return, because Fortnite's brought them back over the years, and I would imagine that they're going to do it again. But let's talk about the new items. The ship in the bottle is fantastic. I absolutely love this. To be honest with you, I think it's a little bit more on the useless side of a weapon, but this is the stuff that Fortnite does that really, really makes me have fun with their game, right? You have this, it's a ship in a bottle. Like, who would have thought of that? That is the wacky, weird Fortnite stuff that I want from this game. Things like the junk grifts. Things like just that are completely out there and things that you wouldn't see in any other game. Like, I want to know whoever came up with a ship in the bottle idea, and I want that person to get a raise over at Epic Games, because this is the type of goofy item that I love in Battle Royale. There's nothing like watching a build fight, and I've only done this a couple times, but there's nothing like watching a build fight, throwing down a ship in the bottle, and all of a sudden, there's this giant ship running through everybody in their build fight. I find that hilarious. It's awesome, and the best thing about it, don't get me wrong, I would personally love it if the ship just one-shotted everybody. I think that'd be even funnier, but the fact that it only does, what, 50 damage? I think it's an incredibly balanced thing. It's just if people are building really high, you can knock them down. That's really the only thing about it, but I think it's really cool. Other than that, that's the big weapon change, the flintlock pistol and the ship in the bottle. That is the thing that everybody's talking about, of course, right? But the POI change is really nice too. Again, I was talking about it earlier. It's the first mid-season map update in quite a while, or years, I want to say. I could be wrong about this, but I think they said Chapter 2, Season 4. Regardless, man, I just like the whole pirate aesthetic. I like that they were setting up for it. I like that the area got foggy before they actually arrived. I like it's a Black Pearl. I like that they brought back the OG ship that everybody loved, and I also like that they added a new ship that is just bigger and better. The only kind of problem I have with it is the pirate ship was always so much fun to fight in. You have the pirate ship over off the side of the map that nobody's ever going to fight in, but you have the Black Pearl, and every game it gets destroyed by the ship in the bottle. Another thing that I forgot to mention, though, is I do like the new pirate chest. I always find it fun when Epic Games decides to add chest, but there's nothing you can do about it. I'd rather have the ship in the bottle, and rather have it destroy builds. It's just unfortunate that the brand new POI is the one destroyed every single time, because I don't know about you guys, back in Season 8, back in Chapter 3, Season 4, some of the most fun fights ever is being stuck in those little cellars in the pirate ship, running around in the pirate ship, setting up traps in the pirate ship. I had a lot of fun with that, so I would like, I don't know if you could just add another ship with metal, kind of like the Megalodon, but that is way different. It's not nearly as fun to fight in as the pirate ship is, but regardless, man, I love the water around it. I love the cannons. I love the pirate theme. I think it's super cool. I like that they updated that loot cave to have a whole pirate theme to it. When Epic Games does crossovers like this, they really knock it out of the park. And this is another thing that a lot of people have been talking about throughout the entire chapter, that Epic Games doesn't put love or care or anything into Battle Royale anymore, and I think that's just not the case. I've been saying over the months that Epic Games still cares. They're still trying. I think that they're in a big experimental period with Chapter 5 and the metaverse and everything going on. I think there's a lot of kinks they need to work out, but they are trying. Charlie Wen, to some extent, is still trying. It's just not everything has necessarily hit, and that's another reason why I'm so excited for Chapter 6. You have another great update that finally hit, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. I haven't really, honestly, I haven't been on Twitter a ton, but I haven't seen like anybody really hating on this update. I've seen people hating on the summer update, but this isn't the summer update. It's its own new thing. I think it's really cool. I think a lot of love and a lot of care has been put into this. I like that we got a mid-season POI. And another thing that I find interesting is we started off the season with the cars driving around everywhere, and now nobody's using the cars. I find that a little bit disappointing, in my opinion. I understand the nerfs if you want to make the cars not like they were at the beginning of the season, but I still would like to have the cars very useful. It's a car season. It's Fortnite Wrecked. I'd like to see, and they kind of doing the same thing right now that they did with last season, where they vaulted the main mechanic of the game. This time, the main mechanic of the game has been nerfed to the ground, and now we're using a bunch of other stuff. But the problem is, I'm still enjoying the game because the other stuff is fun. I love the ship in the bottle. I love the Magneto item. I think it's super cool, and I love looking for a flintlock pistol. It's still really fun to me. I just wish that the cars were still useful. I'm not saying to make them insanely overpowered. That's not what I'm getting at all. I would love it, don't get me wrong. I'd love to overpower they were at the beginning of the season, but I understand that's not everybody's cup of tea. at least make them viable. Because now we have so many counters for them that it's not worth using a car. If I get the heavy sniper, if I have Magneto's fists, you can do anything you want to those cars. It's like getting free kills sometimes when these people drive by. You need to really catch somebody with like the spike bumper. You need to catch somebody with surprise with that. I would like to see a little bit of a buff over to the cars, but then again, the season is ending soon. It makes me really worry for next season, but that's obviously a conversation for another time. A video that I'm going to be preparing for is the everything Epic Games needs to do in season 4. I forgot what season we were in. Regardless, I love the Pirates update. I think it's super cool. I can't wait to keep playing. I still, unfortunately, have been playing Fortnite Reload. At the end of the day, I know it's not the main Battle Royale, but I've been enjoying Fortnite Reload more. It's just the hit scan and the fun weapons, man. But there are fun weapons in Battle Royale. I think the attachments in the hit scan just haven't been for me personally, but don't get me wrong. Like I've been saying all chapter, I've been having a blast. I love this game. Love this game to death. It's my favorite game. I love that they keep changing things up. I love the pirate update, guys. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and thank you very, very much for watching. On the screen right now, if you are interested in continuing watching the channel, I want you to check out this video on screen right now. It's the rising difficulties of living and dating as a gamer. Been promoting this video again a little bit. If you have been struggling in life as a gamer, this video might help you out, guys. I would love to see you over there. Take care.